Hey everyone, I am back with better lighting. Um, so I think the last thing we're talking about, going natural, my personal experience with it. I think one of the key things for me is when you think about like why you straightened your hair in the first place. For me, it was just what you did, and it made your hair more manageable. And as I was saying before, I don't think I ever just hated my curls, but it definitely let me backtrack a little bit. Part of the reason why now I said there's better information, but better than, more than better information, there's better product, or at least to know what product, because most of us, myself included, we haven't seen the natural, for some girls ever, their natural texture beyond school pictures or just pictures of when we're younger, and some not at all. Some not at all. And I kind of feel like, well, I'm relatively still young. And I mean, you can do it at any age, but just for me, just to know, I'm not on the I'm never gonna ever relax my hair tip, but I am of the thought and the mindset that if, the idea that you grow up thinking, oh, my hair is just not manageable, I don't know how to deal with it, the best way to deal with it is to throw a relaxer in it and keep it moving. So for me, more than anything, before I would go back to doing it, I feel like I need to go on a journey and discover, I guess, what it is I've been missing or depriving myself of. And then I feel like you can make a clear decision on what it is you want to do. But that's just me. Some have had burns, really bad burns, and I'm not gonna lie. I've had my issues with the relaxer. Make no mistake, and that was part of my reasoning for picking when I picked to stop relaxing. I think for me, it's definitely not a trend, and it's something that had been on my mind, like, seriously, for years. And I think what gave me the courage to do it is definitely YouTube and checking out other forums. Like, I'm probably one of the, a lot like some of you. We're on the fringes. We don't necessarily join your forum or your group, but we may go read. And so, and go look at videos. There's a lot of girls that I commend that that do a lot of the hair tutorials, and trust me, I've watched trying to figure out what products I might need or use, and I'm really grateful to all of you, because I feel like everybody has something to offer. And for me, more than anything, I'm just really excited to start the journey. And I'm a little apprehensive. I want to be clear. I have actually been transitioning for about 6 months. I stopped relaxing for I think I got my last relaxer right next to my birthday, which was in July, and I plan on doing my big chop in June. Yeah, in January. Let me be clear, January. So my last relaxer was in July, and I plan on big chopping in January, which is a week away. And I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm I'm excited because I did make my appointment, and so it's done, and I want to talk about my appointment and my expectations and the results, because I'll do a part two on the video on this particular video, because every girl's journey is different and we're all searching for an answer, and I don't have that answer, which is super cool for a lot of you ladies that are going through this as well. So I made my appointment, and one thing that the advice that I would give that's been given on a few different videos or forums is you need to be secure in your choice. Be secure in your choice. It's a scary step. I'll be the first one to admit it, but just be sure of why you want to do it. My expectation is to have no expectation. I kind of know what my curl pattern is, and I kind of don't. Like, I don't know what that feels like because obviously I've got, relaxed ends, so I have no clue. But what I can tell you is that part of what led to now, and I don't know, when I first started out, I did not know how long I would transition for. And quite honestly, what played a key role in this was my mother. When I first told her about it, she was like, "What? Why? Why are you gonna do that or whatever?" And at that point, if I had done it then, I probably would be rocking a fade at that point in time. That I was just like, you know what, I'm done. I don't care. I'll just cut it off. And that ended up not being the case. And so I said, I tell you what, I'll wait till January to do it so you can get more comfortable with the idea. And, ultimately it helped me a little bit get more comfortable with the idea, prepare for it a little bit. But let's be honest, you can't truly prepare for what's going to come. I can say what I think my expectation is that I may come out feeling like, oh my God, I'm so ugly and I have no hair. And I think that's okay, because sometimes you have to get through that ugly phase to like work your way back to pretty or decent or something. So for me, it's, like doing away with this. It's, I don't want to say getting rid of vanity in some ways, because trust, like, I will try and make whatever I have underneath here as cute as possible. So I just definitely have tried to mentally prepare for my hair to be gone in a big way. And so by the time my big chop, like I said, is a week away, so I'm not going to have a magical growth spurt. I think I may have maybe somewhere between 3 and 4 inches, if that. And one thing I have discovered is once you let your hair grow out, you just don't know what you're going to get. Up front, up here, and I know you guys can't really tell, and I'm sorry about the crappy video, but up here, while I do have waves, I guess you would consider it like in the four family. And to be honest with you guys, I have no clue if that has to do with years of trying to get this straight, you know what I mean, like up front, where it's your goal is, let me get this to lay down, let me get this to lay down. So a constant brushing, poking, prodding at this particular spot. Now it has waves, but it's definitely a different texture than the rest of my hair. And up here, like up here in the crown area, is looser curls. Kind of threw me for a loop, because I'm like, well, these space out a little bit more, and probably the ones that have been most prominent for me is like on the sides. And I don't know if you guys can see my waves, you can kind of tell. So I'll have a little bit of hair, I just don't know what that's going to look like. I think more than anything, if you're nervous about it, like I am, like, sometimes you can be nervous and like super scared of what's next. I'm nervously excited. I'm nervously excited. Um, I just kind of feel like for me it'll be a welcome change, and for many young ladies, I've heard them speak about, it can be a spiritual moment. For me, honestly, it's a coming back to myself, you know, looking at the little girl in the picture. Like and I never had any negative thoughts about her. I always thought she had beautiful hair. Beautiful hair. Um, but as I got older, taming that mane was an issue. And I feel like I've learned a few things, and I want to at least give myself the chance to try. I want to have the opportunity to attempt to make it work, to see what it is that's underneath years of relaxation get kinked out. And so that's kind of where I am. That's where I am coming from. I'm wanting to explore myself. You know what I mean? Like, get to know me. And during this time period, on a personal note, I've kind of made it a priority for myself to kind of use this time as introspection and to not date. Like I personally, I don't want to be dating at this time because I kind of feel like it'd be a shock. You know what I mean? Just like you have long hair one day and then the next day it's gone. And I've been hit on a few times in between, and I just think to I don't want to have to deal with that. Like, oh, why don't you keep your hair or whatever? It's pretty, this, that, or the other. And it's about me. And sometimes we have to make it about us, ladies. It has to be about you and not about what anybody else thinks. Um, I definitely do think that, some people may disagree with it, but I think that being natural is being fearless. And it definitely has. I want people not to misunderstand me when I say that. There's nothing wrong with having relaxed hair, but I think when you consciously make a decision to go natural and to take that journey, it's fearless in the sense that it's not the norm. And you might get some looks and you may get questions and stares, and you definitely have to be of your own mind and know that this is what you want to do. And even when I think about it, like in my head I'm nervous, but emotionally I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. And just for a lot of the girls, like, I don't know, if you're transitioning too, let me tell you, like a few weeks ago, literally like 2 weeks ago, I got out of the shower and I got ready to do my hair, and I damn near cried. Like, what I was doing before was working, and no joke, I couldn't comb my hair, and I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I eventually worked it out. And that's one of the things too, is it's gonna be trial and error, and I just encourage you to not give up, because it's so easy to think, oh well, if it's relaxed and it's straight, I could just work it out and be done with it. And I don't begrudge anybody who does that. Some women have said, I have a kid now and this is just too much for me, whatever. But I think that a lot of us say that this is too much simply because we figured out the relaxing game. If we've been relaxing for 10, 15, 20 years, then of course it's going to be like a huge major difference than what we're used to. So I just encourage you to make the best choice for you, Like, I feel like this. Don't let anybody tell you that your decision is wrong, and if somebody says it's right, it shouldn't necessarily validate your decision, but just happy to have that support, you know. So anyway, my appointment, funny enough, like, okay, so that week where I couldn't figure out how to comb my hair, um, I said, you know what, Mom, I think I want to get it cut early. And she was like, I don't know. And so we kind of went back and forth with it. It got, life goes on, went on the back burner. And so, long story short, it's actually coming sooner rather than later. I initially was going to get it cut like the second week of December because I think that would have been like it'd have been the closest date to the 15th. And now I'll be getting it cut on like the 3rd. And I'm excited. I am truly excited. Um, just a little background because I didn't do videos in between time, but I had my hair cut to about here last year, so about a year and some change ago. And so yeah, it was about like to there. So my hair grew back pretty quick, and I know like with the new growth, it's kind of difficult to tell. You ladies ought to know it draws up, it hides itself a bit, and all of us have different textures. So, and just so you know, like I have not put heat or anything on my hair. I've been able to manage, and there have been times I've been tempted to flat iron or do something like that, but I have not. It looks a bit ragged. I need to shampoo. Like that's my goal. Is I'm probably gonna wash it and probably leave it alone until I get it cut. But one thing I learned about my own hair is maybe going longer without washing is a good thing for me. Because I try to do it, do co-washes and doing, more. And you know what? I think that'll definitely change when my hair is cut. We'll go on that journey too. Um, so this video is already retardedly long, and I don't know if you guys are tired of me talking, so let me cover a couple of other points. One of the main reasons that I decided to go natural now is I shed worse than my kitty cat. And I had a long hair kitty, who's now bye bye, but I have a new one. I shed retardedly, like crazy, like hair everywhere, and I'm sick of seeing it. And I don't know if it has to do with me not, maybe I need to brush it more, comb it more, or something. But like when I say this junk is everywhere, I couldn't commit a crime because this would follow me on out the door. Like, and I can't tell you if it's breakage, if it's shedding, but that's part of the other reason. I'm ready to cut this off because I'm sick of seeing the crap like everywhere, like the shower, the sink, the floor. Like I'm not cleaning my. I do like Swiffer it a bit, but I'm not cleaning my floor really good until I'm about to get it cut because I am so sick of it being everywhere, and I do mean everywhere, like everywhere. So that's one of the things too. Like I'm excited about that. It's a fresh start. It's definitely a fresh start. I always get like the bug to dye my hair, and so as you can see, there's no dye in it now. Last time I dyed it was prior to getting it cut. Like here. So what I initially had done is I had dyed my hair like a red, golden red. I don't know. I would probably did like blonde and red mixed colors. Anyway, so I had it dyed, and I had it like that for like 2 weeks, and then I got my hair relaxed and cut. And so this is about. It took me about I guess a year to grow this out completely. Like there's still a little bit of dye maybe at the ends, barely at the ends, but I pretty much grew it out and left it alone. And I wanted to leave it alone, again to just be healthy because I think that probably definitely contributed to breakage. But I'm the type of person I don't necessarily re-dye my hair constantly. So once I dyed it, I was done. Anyway, bottom line is I want to dye my hair again. And so when I go natural, I was thinking maybe blonde, but we can discuss that in another video. And really it's mainly because I've seen it so cute to like grow it out after that and just have the tips be blonde, which I think would be really cute. Um, so I've talked about my appointment. My expectations is I'm gonna hate it, and I might not hate it, but I think my expectation it's better to go in with like worst case scenario that like after it's all said and done, I'm gonna look at it and be like, oh my god, my hair is gone. Okay, what do I do to try to make this look better? Like I don't have it next to me, but maybe in another video, after it's cut, I can show you some of the accessories I got this past weekend. I bought some really cute earrings, and I got like this hairpin that's really cute as well. Super good deal. So I've been buying like little things here or there. I don't know. I just don't know what kind of length I'm working with. I don't know if it would even look cute at this point, but yeah. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, I guess is what I'm saying is stay tuned for the next video when we reveal the big chop. Um, I may try to do a video in the salon, or at least prior to, like right before I head out, and we say a final farewell goodbye to the hair. Um, but let me just tell you, the last time when I cut my hair, I mean, I think my hair had probably gotten to be a little bit longer than this. It was a little bit longer than this when I cut it. So my hope, my theory, my hair grows relatively quick. So I'm not so much concerned about that, but I think sometimes when you're wanting it to grow, um, it seems to take forever. So another quick thing is why now? Part of my decision to do my big chop in January is to start the year off fresh. That's all fine and dandy. And beyond that, is to make it through the winter. So hopefully it'll be really cute come summertime, when then you can do your wash and goes and be fancy free. So hopefully it's a good experience. And you know what? I will make a commitment to you guys, for those that do view and watch, to do my videos a bit more often. I think that we'll definitely be talking more about fitness in the new year, and there's also a few more topics that I want to cover that are near and dear to my heart, that are more opinionated. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps. Certainly can't hurt. Um, but yeah, I'll do a follow-up video, like I said, maybe the day of, when I get like right before I have to part ways with my hair, and then definitely after the big chop. Um, yeah, so my channel. I definitely want to do more topics. So if you have any suggestions, you can put it down. Just, I guess we'll call it more of a health and wellness kind of deal. But I'll start a thing with maybe random topics or something. But yeah, I just really wanted to share with you guys. And I feel really bad because like my first video was talking about me getting my hair cut, and you guys never saw the picture of my haircut. And if I can ever figure out how people get that in the video, I will definitely add it so you can see kind of the evolution of the haircuts. And you can see it's been different lengths, and quite honestly, my hair relatively does grow pretty quick. So in upcoming topics, something that I'll ask you guys ahead of time that I will bring up again is dyeing natural hair. Like I said, I'm itching to do it. I just don't know if I'm going to try and wait till spring or summer to do it once I've big chop, but we got to see what we're working with first. Definitely don't know if we're gonna love it, hate it, or be in tears. So again, if you guys have hung in this long, sorry this was like super long video. Thank you so much for being my subscribers and for watching this video. I hope it helps, and I will see you guys soon, like next week. All right, bye bye.